Hi everyone, and welcome back to Minecraft, also known as Gaslights Interrupting Starting. Anyways, it's Sara, Faye, and Erica here.
Yep.
Hello, again.
Yep. And we're here because I need some netherrack for something that I just completely spaced on because I'm amazing at doing this with over 800 videos.
Lighting something on fire? Permanently?
No, it's nether brick. I was going to use netherrack to make nether brick. That's it. I thought instead of trying to do an all glass tunnel for the other rail, use the nether brick for the walls on the side and glass on the top, which is a heck of a lot less.
It does appear that Faye seems to be lost in a nether fortress.
I'm not lost. I know exactly where I am.
Nether fortress.
Which is nowhere.
Which is over here.
Where exactly is here?
Opposite of there?
More or less.
Okay.
Well, at least you can get some bones from some spooky skeletons.
Yes. I'm getting a decent amount of, oh shoot, what's this stuff called again? I forget. Nether quartz, that's it. Found a good vein of it.
I like how you can make marble out of nether quartz.
Yes. I mean, like, there's been mods, and like, here's the marble, and there's nether quartz, and I think the nether quartz has always looked superior for being a marble. No matter what the mod is, or whatever.
It looks like marble, especially with the pillar.
There we go.
Yes.
Either that or it looks like a classic series, the accents of a classic series Doctor Who TARDIS interior.
Oh, yes, that's right. I never thought of that. Spot on. Oh my god. How did I not think of that?
Many stone swords.
I was raised on Doctor Who, the classic stuff. Tom Baker.
We're watching it.
We're going through the entire series.
For what's available, it's a shame. The very first Doctor, some of the episodes were lost.
Yeah, first and second Doctor, some of the episodes are not there anymore. Some of them are recreated with animation, but most of them are not.
Apparently, the BBC actually found someone in Africa that had an episode of the original Doctor and managed to buy it off the person. They had recorded it somehow. I'm just like,
I remember hearing
wow.
about that, yeah.
So it's like the BBC is trying to, whenever they can, to track down that stuff because somebody was stupid.
They're trying to fix their mistake because what ended up happening was in the early 70s, they just started absolutely demolishing
old stuff. Well, not just demolishing. They never even properly stored it in some cases, and it just degraded and destroyed itself, which is a shame.
But what happened was they started melting it down to put it film to use for other things.
As well as room, because, well, physical film takes up a lot of space, as opposed to digital these days.
I mean, yeah. Nowadays, you can't
just need a server farm.
Yeah.
If you have backups, you can't really lose it. Add to that the simple fact that it doesn't really degrade the way that physical film does.
Yeah, physical film is a celluloid, which means it'll degrade just by temperature alone.
The internet knows all and remembers all.
Yes. Internet is the new Big Brother. 1984 reference. If you haven't read the book, please do. It's an incredible story.
Yes, it is. It's also the year I was born. But
well,
I'm a little younger. In year, that is.
Don't forget about our Google overlord.
Oh, yes. Google is interesting. Actually, speaking of, was Google a part of the TPP? I know Microsoft was.
So, but I really don't know.
I don't know either.
If somebody happens to know who's watching this, let us know in the comments. I am really curious as to whether Google was a part of the TPP secret plan that was leaked by WikiLeaks. Which, for the record, apparently the Canadian government has said, no, we're not going to pass this. Like, every freaking party said no. Now, whether they actually do follow through with that remains to be seen, but they have publicly said, no, we're not signing it. So, Canada, go Canada. For that.
What exactly is it, for clarification?
TPP, the really, really short version of it is it gives tremendous power and control to corporations in multiple countries in terms of copyright on every medium, including games.
Oh, yes, I remember hearing about that, actually.
It's evil.
Or, so it should be stated, it can be evil because the way that they drafted it up, and it was
so vague.
It was only lawyers representing these companies who did this in private and then presented to the governments. So there was no government involvement. They wrote it up so vague that it could be construed that, for example, if you were to pirate a game or pirate which mods to modify a game can be classified as a type of pirating now under the TPP.
You really screwed up.
You would, the police would have the right, and this would be in Canada, the US, the UK, anybody who signed it, the police would have the right to come to your home and not only erase the material, but seize your computer.
For modding a game?
Yes. Modding a game, the modders could be arrested with jail time is the potential cause as well. The power that could happen from this, the abuse that could happen with this is tremendous, and that's why it needs to be stopped, is because it's too easy to abuse it.
Oh, yeah.
And then you have the simple fact that if there's one thing that...
Gas, no, go away. No. Go away.
If there's...
If there's one thing you can trust corporations to do, it's to abuse any power they're given.
Yep.
Well, that's not what I was going to say. If there's one thing that doesn't need to be any more screwed up, it's the way that the copyright system works.
Yeah,
that's true. Okay, Gast is dead. Sorry about that, everyone. I wasn't expecting that. One of the companies that was leading this is Walt Disney. I know that for sure.
Of course. They're a large part of the reason copyright laws are so bad to begin with.
The last I heard for extending the copyright law from... This has to do with they were going to lose the intellectual property of Mickey Mouse. And the last time they went to the Supreme Court and they wanted to get lifetime ownership, and the Supreme Court went, no, you can have, and this was an increase, the lifetime of the creator plus 70 years. I believe before that it was 50 years. In Canada, it is the lifetime plus 50 currently.
It should be a lifetime period. I mean, if a person isn't alive, how are they going...
I can understand, like, lifetime plus maybe, like, 20 years max, so that, anything they've set up using it can still operate and prepare for things. Because people can die pretty suddenly, but after that...
The idea of it originally, it was just 20 years, and it was meant to help the creator of something. We didn't have the corporations back then for this.
Be used by corporations to ensure complete control over, well, anything.
Yeah, pretty much.
Everything.
So
they can get their hands on.
Originally it was to protect individuals. It has changed to corporations to protect intellectual properties. And I'm sure some of the stuff that I've said is slightly inaccurate, but the bottom line is, inaccurate or not, this should not pass. TPP.
Yeah.
It should be struck down in every country that this is proposed in. It's proposed in Japan and a few other, most of Europe. It's just bad.
It's very, very bad.
I watched a video where somebody said that TPP makes NAFTA look like a good deal.
Yeah.
And
that's not a good stand.
No.
That's not a good standing to be in.
No.
And this person, he stated that, no, I am not a lawyer. However, I spend my work days writing up this kind of stuff. So he has an understanding on how to read the legalese that's being said in said document. So that's a scary thing to get a kind of confirmation. So I almost have a full inventory. So this is kind of a political episode, but it's an important one because let's take a look at the modding. Now, technically, Minecraft has survived so long because of the modding community.
Yep.
And under TPP, it would not be legal for modders to do mods and to update them for Minecraft.
Yeah.
And the company could, at any time, go, nope, sorry, and shut it down. Anybody refuses to, does it in secret, could wind up with, I believe there was a potential fine that the one person said in the video, but it could also include jail time. An actual federal offense, at least in Canada, that would be copyright law, jail time, and not good. Actually, sorry, I was going to make a distinction between jail and prison, which is a difference in Canada. Jail is 5 years less a day for a sentence, and prison is 5 years plus a day for a sentence.
Yeah.
I have a little bit of a criminal law background. I took it in college for the program that I was in.
Well, I think the moral of this entire story is that you should vote me Empress of Earth.
Absolutely. What are your qualifications?
That I know the issues and I'm not going to bullshit people.
Good enough for me. I'll vote for you. I'll vote for you. I think that's all that's needed.
I also have a background in, I have a lot of background.
Yes, so do I.
Yeah, I make sure to change the background on my desktop at least once a year.
I can't make that claim because the picture I have on there is just too sweet and adorable to change.
Currently, I have, I actually need to change it. Currently, I have a star background with, it's just a thing.
Just a random thing.
It's just a random background.
I do need to take a picture if we can get a good picture of the Mag statue from Warframe, because I want to use that as a thumbnail. That would be a really good thumbnail.
Yep.
So yes, everyone, I did check with Faye, and she forgot to put like a pressure plate or lever or something here.
Yeah.
So you have to break in, which I have a full inventory, so I got my space. There. So I can put the wall back in place. Okay. That did not take too long. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. 23 stacks of nether brick. Sorry, netherrack.
Fun.
Are you going to turn it into nether brick?
We've got
Sorry, I had them.
stacks in the chest.
Or are you going to use it to make, I mean, you could use it to make fireplaces.
Well, we have some nether brick that we can use for that.
Isn't netherrack?
Netherrack? I keep getting it confused today. I don't know. It's just the way that it's going. And for some reason today, I can't do my voice. Oh, that's so annoying.
Why is it even called netherrack? It's like netherrack. Shouldn't it be just nether rock or like bloodstone or something? I remember people used to call it bloodstone before we actually got names for half of the items in Minecraft.
Bloodstone makes sense, just looking at the color. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Come back here.
Or we got for name.
Come back here. Damn it. Cart, get back here. I'm fucking full. Cart! Oh my god. Cart, get back here. Now I'm chasing you back the other way. There we go. Oh my god. You know, if these carts keep up this kind of bratty behavior, I'm going to have to call on some friends. For shame. Okay. So let's cook off 4 stacks of that. There we go. Teach these carts some discipline. Where's the quartz? Okay, there's the quartz. Not enough room.
Yeah.
I don't think we need to worry about a stone sword at this point.
No.
Especially one that's almost broken.
There are a bunch of them around.
Faye should probably go punch a cow or something. Just cause.
Just cause?
Well, what about that sheep from last episode?
Oh, that one.
Go and eliminate it.
The one that deserves to be punched.
It needs to suffer a tactical strike.
But only from orbit.
Well, no.
Okay.
Just from a tactical strike from Faye's sword.
Actually, her bow. Oh my god, her bow's amazing. Unlimited ammo is on it? Or whatever it's called?
Yeah, power.
I think it also shoots fire arrows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's got power 4, infinity 1, and flame 1. And then my sword has unbreaking 3, sharpness 4, and fire aspect 2. So it's great for hunting because I just automatically cook whatever I kill.
Yeah, it's wonderful for that. Okay, so let's...
Selection of animals is the best thing ever. And if you vote me Empress of the world, I will ensure that animals combust all the time.
There we go. We just got a power 3 book.
Cool. What are we looking for? What are we looking like on time?
We have about another 10 minutes.
Okay. I'm going to see if I can go retrieve that cart.
Which one? It's hard to keep track.
The one the sheep stole.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because we don't have any carts in the station on this end anymore.
Okay, okay. Okay, I didn't realize that. Or I did realize and I forgot. Oh well. So,
We have
block...
like 3 at the other end, though, so we can... that can be redistributed. I just have to actually get there.
I see. I see.
I think you should make an entire room out of coal.
How many?
We have enough.
Maybe. No, we only have 2 stacks plus 54 coal blocks.
Yeah.
Well, you'll make a small room out of coal. You can call it the coal hut, and it'll have a chest inside it with a sign above it that says, "This is the coal hut. This is the almighty coal," and inside is a piece of charcoal.
That would be funny. That would be funny. Oh, I need arrows, which means, do we have feathers? No, I don't think we do.
No. I could have left some back there had I thought about it. I only need 1.
Oh, there's 16 here.
Yeah,
3
there should
feathers.
be some. I don't know.
What do they do with
You
those
need to
sticks?
get your bow Infinity.
Yeah, I already have 3 enchantments on mine. Can you have 4?
I don't know.
Can you make charcoal blocks, actually? I don't know if you
Charcoal
can.
blocks?
No, I tried.
Only coal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Apparently, what did you say, Faye? Something about it being illegal?
What?
That's what I heard.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Hey.
Okay.
Um.
I'm wearing a headset. Don't judge me.
I'm wearing a headset too.
I'm just wearing headphones, and I have this microphone that's dangling in front of me, or just to the side of me. I like my microphone.
I like Faye's microphone.
Which one?
You know, the standy one, the one that I'll be using once I have
The
my
one we
computer.
haven't actually used for anything yet, yeah.
Okay. I have no idea. Brain work. Okay, we need chickens, so it's time. It's time to see about breeding some chickens.
Breeding them or creating them?
Breeding, because I have seeds.
Well, I don't imagine you could grow chickens anyways.
Well, you kind of can if you throw the eggs.
That's true. Yeah, but I meant like growing them in the ground.
No, not really.
Yeah, plant chickens.
Plant chickens. Work on that, Mojang. Next update should have plant chickens.
Okay, so that takes care of, I think, all the chickens. Yep, okay, no, need more chickens. Although, I am going to kill you.
What are you gonna kill?
A chicken. It was stuck in the fence.
Chicken.
Oh, I need more hay bales.
Why?
It's part of the aesthetics for the farm.
I see.
Inside where you can think of as a barn where the animals can go, instead of having grass or dirt and stuff, it'll have hay bales.
You know, I wish we could have those weird cylindrical hay bales. You know, the ones that sit on their side.
Yes. That would be interesting.
Minecraft and squares aren't, and anything that's not like cuboid is not exactly its forte.
So true. It even has trouble with just your basic slabs.
I don't know. The flats work fine.
What am I looking at? There's sticks in here. Why are there sticks in there? There shouldn't be sticks in there. And flint. Do I have flint up here? No. And
Yeah, I've always preferred those cylindrical hay bales. I don't know why.
the only
They look
time
like
that they're The only time that they're a pain is when you have to try and move the hay bales.
Mm.
They're
Are you talking in real life or
in real life. Like my uncle used to have horses and stuff. So when I was little, take trips to visit him, and this square hay bales or the rectangle ones, much easier to break up and to move to feed the horses and stuff like that.
Whereas the cylindrical ones are harder.
They're typically insane heavy weight.
They're also probably as hard to break up as like those frickin' brick versions of shredded wheat.
Much harder. It's just because of the size. I forget how much they weigh, but they are so much larger that it's
it makes it hard to break them up.
Mm-hmm. And to move them, you basically need a vehicle to move them. There's no way you can do it by hand.
You can't roll them like a wheel?
Too heavy.
Because I could see that being the best advantage of something like that.
Yeah,
of course, you wouldn't exactly want to roll it if, like, for example, they're just in a rainstorm or something. Then again, you probably don't want hay out when there was just a rainstorm either, so...
Well, from what I've seen, most farmers leave them out in the fields and then they come along with the tractor to move them to wherever they need to. If they have, like, a large herd of cattle or something, you get one of these big things and then you move it by machine, break it up, and the cows will just move around it and eat it up that way.
Yeah, but I'd imagine it would mold if you left it out in the rain.
And then it'll dry out eventually. Eventually.
If it doesn't mold, definitely.
Yeah, it can mold, you're right. But that's what I've seen most do. They just leave it out in the field.
Yeah.
No, audience, I don't live in the country. It's just, as a kid, we drove through the country enough times around where I was growing up, and you'd see them. And they really don't move for most of the summer.
I'm very thankful I don't live in the country anymore.
It's possible in my area to live in the country and be like a half an hour, 45-minute drive from like the downtown core.
I like being like, a 15-minute walk maybe from downtown.
For a second there, I thought you were going to say that I like where I'm from, you can simultaneously be in the country and not in the country at the same time.
I am sure there's a point of that, but I haven't seen it. I moved to this city about 7 years ago, and they call it a city. I call it a town because I'm from a city, and I know the difference.
Yeah. I'm from Boston, or the Boston area, so where I am, it probably seems more like a city to Faye, but seems like a bit of a townish sort of thing to me.
Mm-hmm. See, I grew up in an area called, well, the city was called Brampton, but the area is called Peel, which is right beside Toronto. So, yeah, city. And Peel has a population of well over 1 million people.
And 4 orange peels.
Absolutely. And, oh, that filled up the stack. Oh, I didn't realize. Okay. And coming to Ottawa, the Canada's capital, it calls itself a city, and it has like 700,000 people, maybe. And it has, I think it's gone up to maybe 800,000 now.
I mean, it's not a city, but I'd count that as a city.
It's too green, and it follows its own crazy rules that make it not a city. Like, during the week, the majority of businesses close at 6 p.m.
Oh, wow. So, that's not a city,
That's weird.
It's so weird. I'm used to places closing at like 9 for early.
Yeah.
they probably closed things at 6 to avoid attracting vampires.
It could very well be. This is a government town, after all.
Apparently, it's illegal to whale in one of the inland states in the United States.
It's illegal to which?
It's illegal to whale, like.
Oh, jeez.
In one of the inland states.
Okay.
And I
can't remember which one, but one of the inland states, there is a law that you cannot whale.
In one of the states, it is illegal to go fishing from the back of a giraffe, also from the back of a camel.
Yeah.
And the state that has it from the back of the camel, that might be Atlanta. As far as I know, there's no desert land in Atlanta. So I can't figure that one out.
Yeah.
Well, I think inland whaling is a more confusing one. I mean, you can get giraffes and camels imported.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Unless if they don't mean whaling as in killing whales, but as in shouting.
No,
whaling.
They mean as in killing whales.
They mean as in killing whales. This is something that happens a lot in the United States. Just random laws that get passed in spite of being completely redundant and pointless.
Well,
Simply kill time and make it look like they're doing something.
Yeah, well, to be fair, Canada has some interesting ways. It is harder to remove a law from the books. So one of the ways of doing it, just like this law no longer applies, but it's too hard to actually remove it. So we're going to stop enforcing it and then just let it fade into the background.
Yeah, we've got the same thing down here.
Such
as laws that no one bothered to repeal. I can't really think of many examples off the top of my head, but there are definitely some laws that just kind of are no longer necessary and or make no sense and are enforced.
Well, there's one that I can think of that's in Toronto. Your horse must wear a diaper inside city limits. That one doesn't apply. And we do still have horses that are on the streets in Toronto, typically by the police. There are mounted police that will use it. It's fantastic for heavy congestion of traffic because they can get around so much easier. It's the same with the cycle cops.
Probably saves money in the department too. I mean, you gotta feed the animal, but at the same time, cars are really not a cheap thing.
And cop cars are super expensive to maintain because they're driven into the ground.
And horses can be really fast.
Oh yes, they can.
Cars can be faster than horses, but to be honest, if you get more maneuverability on a horse
or a bike.
Yeah, or a bicycle.
There was a funny situation that my father actually witnessed, and it was so funny. It's just the way that things worked out, and he was walking on the street, and a cycle cop, so like a cop on a mountain bike, went to stop a car who had violated some traffic law, and the driver just went, "Yeah, right, you're on the bike, I'm in the car," and takes off. Well, the bike can take shortcuts, a car can't. And lo and behold, my dad goes around a corner, and there's the same cop now off his bike, standing in the middle of the road, hand out to that car, stopping it. Busted. Very, very funny.
Yeah.
And okay, and we are actually at 34 minutes, so we can wrap this episode up.
Probably a good idea.
Okay.
Probably.
All right, and give my voice a break. Oh my god. Anyways, I do hope you enjoyed this abstract and informative episode. We were all over the map on this one.
Yeah,
most definitely. So yeah, and I hope you'll join us again for another installment. But until then, this is Sara, Faye, and Erica saying bye.
Bye.
Goodbye, and remember to elect me Empress of the World.
I know where I got my vote. To her.